We don't give a shit about average pay salary. That is a response I got to a video I did a while back about correctional officer pay salaries from a person who's not a correctional officer, and he's also complaining about some officers making too much money. So I thought it would be a good video to discuss today. There's many people out there like him that think correctional officers make too much money. Well, I'm going to help them out a little bit with their thoughts, tell them why they're wrong, and also let them know what I think about their thoughts on correctional officers making too much money. Hi, I'm Gary York, True Prison Stories. Please subscribe if you like this video. I'm going to read exactly what he put. I had a good response on that video. Over 6,000 views. I think there's like 80 comments. And, you know, it was serious. It was a serious video about correctional officer salaries and how we need to bring that up and get more pay for officers. Well, here's his first comment. And after I see his comments, I'm beginning to wonder a little bit about him. But there's a lot of people like him out there that try to hinder votes for correctional officers through legislature to get a pay raise. So we need to let them know we're not happy about it. And we need to let legislature know that they don't need to listen to people like this. Quote, we don't give a shit about average, and that's, we put meaning average pay salary. I want to know what the man makes an hour and what they top out at, because there is a man I saw who made $117,000 a year with only a $19 an hour corrections job, and was working 95 hours a week. Well, you kind of answered your own question there, sir. You say he makes $19 an hour. You say he made $117,000 a year as a correctional officer, and that obviously upsets you. Well, he's working 95 hours in a week. That's how he made the money. Now, I'm not going to be your accountant for you, but figure out he's working 95 hours a week. The first 40 hours are going to be 19 an hour, right? Then everything else should be time and a half. And I'll give you a hint. If he works some places, not all will do this. If he works holidays and weekends, we had a weekend, we got more money at Pasco County Sheriff's Office here in Florida for if we worked overtime on a weekend. Then it might be double time on holidays. Their seventh day might be double time. There's a lot of reasons. Okay, I don't know where this guy works because he didn't say in the comment, but you pretty much answered your own question why he made $117,000 a year. Now, if you're so worried about how much he's making, why don't you come help us out? We're short-staffed. We're being attacked by inmates. We're being exposed to all kinds of diseases. We have overworked staff, tired staff, not getting enough sleep. So I commend this officer for working 95 hours a week. He can do that if he wants to. Do you want to come help us out? We need people to help keep criminals behind the razor wire and protect the citizens. So if you'd like to make some of that good money that you're complaining about, come on and make some of that money with us. I worked 5 years with my wife. We worked a lot of overtime, and I'll explain how this can help your retirement, sir. I did 4 12-hour shifts a month extra, knowing that here in the state of Florida, not every state works this way, and a lot of them do. My highest 5 years out of my 28.8 years, it didn't matter if they were the beginning 5, the middle 5, or the end 5. My highest 5 years would be used to calculate my monthly pension check that I've been receiving since 2018 now. We knew that if we worked overtime, we would not only make some more money to pay the bills, right? Make our annual salary higher, but we would also get a higher pension. This is all available to you, sir, and others out there who sit back and criticize correctional officers' pay, but yet don't understand what they go through to make that money. That's a lot of wear and tear on your body. Overtime is a lot of wear and tear. Now overtime is mandatory. Okay? Now, if you want to know hourly pay, okay, and what they top out at, on May 22, there was a post in Florida that Florida DOC can top out at $57,000 to $63,000 a year. And the average salary, which you say we don't give a shit about your average salary. Well, we care about the average salary. The average salary being $37,339. Now, why do we give a shit about the average salary? I'm a young man. Let's say I'm young again, starting out in my corrections career. I have a family to feed, married, 1 child, 2 children, 3 children. I really give a shit about my average salary for the first 10 years of my career. I know what I can top out at later down the road, but right now, today, I have to feed the family. Okay? So I would like to work for an agency that has a step plan and make sure they give me a raise every year so that I can kind of pre-plan my future. I don't like it when I work somewhere where I don't know what I'm going to get paid in the future, but I want to know also what I make right now. And for those of you that aren't familiar, today, a lot of young folks are, what am I going to make now? When I started out, after I got out of the military serving 10 years, I was kind of like, okay, I'm going to get a safe job that has medical and dental, and if I can hang out long enough, which I did, thank goodness, I'm going to have security at the end of the rainbow, right? I'm going to have a little drop program there that I can put some money away in a nest egg, and I'm going to have a pension come in, and I'm going to have medical and dental for the rest of my life. And I'm going to have to put up with a lot of stuff from admin and from inmates. But the admin are going to make me do a lot of training. They're going to make me do a lot of things that I need to do, that I should be doing. And they're also going to make me do things I don't like, but hey, that's part of the job, right? And then the inmates, I'm always going to have my head on a swivel 24/7 and be alert that I don't get hurt. And this is what causes so much stress in the correctional officer job, for those of you that don't know. There's dangers. Another thing some people say, well, they make too much money for babysitting. Babysitting? I just saved an inmate's life from trying to commit suicide. I just broke up a fight among 4 inmates with some other officers, and I got hit in the middle of breaking up that fight. Now I'm at the hospital getting fixed up, stitched up, or whatever. My co-worker just got slashed wide open by an inmate with a shank, which is a homemade knife for those of you that don't know. I'm making too much money. I got hepatitis C from working with the inmates in the inmate population. You know, and I've done videos on the inmates, what they have to go through as well, for those of you who think I'm only one-sided. This channel does everything, and I have done videos on inmate issues as well, what they have to deal with in the prison. But today I'm talking about why officers are not paid enough, and this guy's complaining. Here's another comment he put on there. Now, we went way up here. He knows this guy that makes $117,000. He mentioned the guy's name in this one. I won't do that. Explain how correctional officer blank blank makes over $300,000 a year with his overtime. I would love to know the answer to that one. Well, sir, I don't know if he made $300,000 a year. You say he did. I will tell you that I personally know 3 officers who are about 6 years younger. One's a little older than me, and he retired now. 2 of them are still active, about ready to retire, about 5 or 6 years younger than me. One of them is a good friend of mine, works overtime like a madman. I don't know how he does it. And he has shown me, when I was working with him before I retired, he'd say, York, look at this. Look at this pay stuff. And I would say, holy crap. Oh, man, you're making major's pay, chief's pay. And they're retiring. They're going to retire with a pension of a major or a chief. Well, they earned it, for those of you that are wondering, because they not only did their 40 hours a week, they did another 40 on top of that, 80 hours a week constantly. Now, I'm telling you, that's tough on the body and the mind, but there's folks out there that can do it. My wife and I did enough overtime to get a pension in an area that we wanted to be comfortable with. And to further answer your question, sir, or anybody else who thinks officers make too much, officers can control, in the agencies that allow overtime, they can control their future. That's how come they make that much money. Don't be jealous about it. Be thankful that they're there, the unsung heroes behind the razor wire, protecting you while your smart mouth is asleep at night, while you're criticizing how much money officers make. You should be thankful that you have people that will take this job. It's hard to find people to take the job of a correctional officer. A lot of young people these days want to know, how much am I going to make now? They give a shit. I give a shit. I want people to come in and work this job and be paid for the dangers they face. I'll get off my high horse now because you were on yours and I wanted to answer you. They're not carrying a football and making millions, playing a sport they love, playing basketball, playing professional baseball. Hey, I love sports. I watch them. I'm guilty. I watch professional sports, college sports. I love sports. I always have. I even thought one day about being a sportscaster before I went in the military and did not go that route. So they're making a lot of money. Yeah, they risk injuries, but they don't risk being killed by inmates who will kill you and slice your throat. Not all inmates, but a lot of them will. If they get the chance, they'll slice your throat. Female officers being raped. Male officers being raped during riots and inmates taking over a prison. I think that's a lot more dangerous than playing professional sports. So never tell me the correctional officers make too much money. They don't make enough money and they need to be paid more. Put your comments down there, folks. I leave them all on there. Hateful comments, nice comments, I don't care. My channel's a little bit different. I don't say what people want to hear. I'm not here to see how popular I can get. I'm here to tell you what I think. Okay? Thank you for watching Gary York, True Prison Story.